Okay, so Huawei just dropped something that honestly caught me off guard, and I think a lot of people are sleeping on it. We are talking about the Huawei Pura 90, the base model, the vanilla version, the one that most people are going to skip over because they are too busy drooling over the Pro Max. But here is the thing, and I mean this phone might actually be the most interesting device in the entire Pura 90 lineup. I know that sounds like a bold claim, but stay with me because by the end of this video, I think you are going to agree with me. This is a full hands-on breakdown of the standard Pura 90, and we are going deep. If you are new here and you love honest tech reviews with no fluff and no sponsorship bias, hit that subscribe button right now and smash the like button because it genuinely helps this channel more than you know. Alright, let us get into it. So first things first, the design. Huawei went a completely different direction with the base Pura 90 compared to its Pro siblings, and honestly I kind of respect it. While the Pro and Pro Max models have that single punch hole cutout, the standard Pura 90 rocks a pill-shaped dual cutout on the front. Now some people are going to look at that and say it looks dated, but I actually think it works here, and I will explain why in a second when we talk cameras. On the back, Huawei ditched the oval camera island and went with this inverted triangle design that honestly feels fresh and geometric in a way that the competition is not really doing right now. It is inspired by the Mate 70 design language, and it gives the phone this really clean architectural look. You have got 3 color options: Roland Purple, Velvet Black, and Snowy White. Not the most exciting palette in the world, but they are clean, they are premium, and they photograph really well. The build is flat frame all around, which feels incredibly solid in the hand, and at just 7mm thick, this phone is genuinely slim. Now let us talk about that display, because this is where Huawei is not cutting corners. You are getting a 6.8-inch LTPO OLED panel with a 1 to 120 Hz adaptive refresh rate. That means when you are scrolling through content, it ramps up to 120 Hz for that buttery smooth experience, and when you are on a static screen, it drops all the way down to 1 Hz to save battery. The resolution is Full HD+, and it covers the P3 wide color gamut with support for 1.07 billion colors. The touch sampling rate is at 300 Hz, which makes gaming and fast scrolling feel incredibly responsive. And it has high-frequency PWM dimming, which is a big deal for those of you who are sensitive to eye strain because it dramatically reduces flicker, especially at low brightness. This is a seriously good display, and it sits in a body with very slim bezels on all 4 sides, which just makes the whole viewing experience feel premium and immersive. Alright, the chipset situation. Now this is the one area where the base Pura 90 takes a step back from the Pro variants, and you need to know about this going in. While the Pro and Pro Max both use the brand new Kirin 9030S, the standard Pura 90 is running on the Kirin 9010S. Now before you panic, this is the same chip that powered the Pura 70 Ultra and the Mate 70 series, and it is still built on the 7nm process. Huawei says you are looking at about 15% better performance compared to the previous generation chip in the base Pura lineup. For everyday tasks, streaming, social media, photography, and even moderate gaming, this chip handles everything with zero hesitation. Will you feel the difference compared to the 9030S in benchmarks? Probably. Will you feel it in real daily life? Honestly, for most people, no. You have got up to 16 GB of RAM and up to 512 GB of internal storage, which is plenty. It runs HarmonyOS 6.1, which has gotten a major visual refresh, a smarter Xiaomi AI assistant, and some genuinely impressive AI-driven photo editing tools baked right into the camera app. Now here is where things get actually exciting, and this is the part of the Pura 90 that nobody is talking about enough. The camera setup on this phone is legitimately impressive for a base model. On the rear, you have got a triple camera system. Your main shooter is a 50-megapixel sensor with optical image stabilization, and it runs a variable aperture from f1.4 all the way to f4.0. That variable aperture is a flagship-level feature that most base model phones do not get anywhere near. Then you have a 12.5-megapixel ultra-wide at f2.2 covering that 13mm field of view, great for landscapes and architecture shots. And then there is the 50-megapixel periscope telephoto camera with OIS giving you 3.7 times optical zoom and up to 100 times digital zoom. All of this is tied together by Huawei's Zmage imaging system, which does some genuinely remarkable computational photography work. But here is the thing that makes the front camera situation on the standard Pura 90 actually unique in the entire lineup. Remember that pill-shaped dual cutout I mentioned? That second hole houses a multispectral sensor paired right next to the selfie camera. The front has a 50-megapixel selfie shooter combined with that multispectral color-sensing camera which helps the phone nail accurate skin tones and true-to-life color reproduction in portrait shots. This front camera setup is exclusive to the base Pura 90. The Pro models do not have it. Let that sink in for a second. If you are someone who takes a lot of selfies or does a lot of front-facing content creation, the standard Pura 90 is actually the best in the entire Pura 90 series for that use case. That is wild. And before we get to the battery, real quick, if this video is helping you understand what the Pura 90 is actually about, please drop a like right now. It takes 2 seconds and it helps this video reach more people who are looking for exactly this kind of honest breakdown. I appreciate every single one of you who does that. So the battery. Oh, the battery. This is another place where the base Pura 90 actually beats its more expensive siblings. The standard Pura 90 is packing a 6,500 mAh battery, which is the biggest battery in the entire Pura 90 lineup. The Pro Max only has 6,000 mAh. This phone has more battery than the phone that costs several $100s more. And it all fits inside that 7mm slim chassis, which is genuinely an engineering achievement. On top of that, you are getting 100-watt wired fast charging, 50-watt wireless charging, and 5-watt reverse wireless charging so you can top up your earbuds or a friend's phone right from the back of your device. Full charge on 100 watts is going to take you somewhere in the 30 to 40-minute range, which in 2026 is just what flagship users expect and this phone delivers. The Pura 90 also comes with an IP68 rating, meaning dust and water resistance is fully covered. You have got Nearlink 2.0 connectivity, which is Huawei's proprietary short-range wireless technology that offers lower latency than Bluetooth for accessories. NFC is on board, you have got dual-band Wi-Fi, and the whole ecosystem integration with other Huawei devices through HarmonyOS is tighter than ever with features like seamless multi-device collaboration between your phone, your tablet, and your laptop. Now let us talk price because context matters here. The Huawei Pura 90 starts at 4,699 yuan for the 12GB and 256GB base configuration. The 12GB and 512GB version is 5,199 yuan, and if you want the 16GB RAM and 512GB storage option, you are looking at 5,699 yuan. Converted to US dollars, roughly you are in the $650 to $800 ballpark, depending on the configuration. Now availability outside of China is still very limited given the trade restrictions Huawei is navigating, but if you are in a market where you can get your hands on one, especially through gray market importers, this is genuinely worth serious consideration. So what is my final take on the Huawei Pura 90 base model? Look, this is not a phone for everyone. If you are deep in the Google ecosystem and you need Google services out of the box, this is not the move. HarmonyOS and the Huawei App Gallery have come a long way, but that is still a real conversation you need to have with yourself. But if you are someone who wants a slim, elegant phone with a flagship class display, a seriously capable triple camera system with that unique front camera setup, an enormous battery, fast wireless charging, and a premium build at a price point that is lower than the Pro variants, then the standard Pura 90 makes a really compelling argument for itself. Huawei did something smart here. They made the base model feel different and in some ways actually better than its more expensive brothers. That is not easy to do, and I think it deserves way more attention than it is getting right now. If you made it all the way to the end of this video, you are clearly the kind of tech enthusiast who actually wants to understand what they are buying before they spend their money, and I love that about this community. So please do me a favor and hit that subscribe button if you have not already, because more reviews like this are coming very soon. Drop a like on this video if you found it helpful, and let me know in the comments whether you think the base Pura 90 is the hidden gem of the lineup, or if you think the Pro Max is still worth the extra cash. I read every single comment. I will see you in the next one.